The Game Boy, released by Nintendo in 1989, paved the way for handheld gaming, with games like Super Mario Land, Tetris, and the behemoth that is the Pokemon franchise, becoming the best-selling handheld console until 2010. As of now, it currently sits as the third best-selling console of all time, with over 118 million units sold. Due to this success, a lot of third-party accessories were made for it, with things like lighting devices, this amalgamation, and even a medical sedation device. However, the thing I'm here to talk about today is the Game Boy Camera. Released in 1998, the Game Boy Camera allowed users to take and edit digital photos on their Game Boy. Of course, the quality wasn't the best, with it being grainy, black and white, and small. But the fact that you were even able to do this in the first place, and on a Game Boy, was very impressive, even earning itself a spot in the 1999 Guinness Book of World Records for being the world's smallest digital camera. The camera also came with a set of minigames, and an animator among other things. But in this accessory lies an Easter egg that haunted many children in the late 90s. In the shoot section of the camera, you're given 5 options. Shoot for taking photos, items for decorating photos, magic for changing settings, check for adding a timer, and strangely, a run option. By selecting the run option, you are usually greeted with a map of Africa, with text reading, "You are now crossing the equator. Jambo Nintendo." Notice how I said usually. On rare occasions, instead of being given the equator screen, you are shown something much more strange. An unsettling image with the text, "Who are you running from?" And by attempting to leave the screen, the face will reappear with the text now saying, "Don't be so silly." One of 3 different faces can appear, with different music accompanying each, with an extra 2 faces on the Japanese version. The question is, why is this in a Nintendo product for kids? And more importantly, who are the people in these photos? After looking through various videos and doing some research, none of the people in any of the photos have been identified. Not a single trace of them anywhere in relation to the strange faces. This is due to the low quality of the grainy and black and white photos, as well as the editing and distortion done to the photos, causing them to be unidentifiable, although they are most likely Nintendo employees who were working on the project. The most common conclusion is that they were added by Nintendo employees who were messing around with the camera and when making the photos thought, "These are pretty creepy. Let's just put them in and have an obscure way to find them to give people a sense of fear." Or maybe they thought it was funny and put them in to go along with the weird aesthetic of the Game Boy Camera. Either way, it's a very strange Easter egg. My own interpretation on the Easter egg is that it reminds me of the Sonic CD Easter egg, where the Japanese version is cheery and happy, whereas the North American releases make it a lot more disturbing. This can also be applied to the Game Boy Camera, as the Japanese faces are nowhere near as unsettling as the North American ones, seeming like it's another case of the North American release making something that was supposed to be funny disturbing, either intentionally or unintentionally. Overall, this is something that I've wanted to cover for a while. Not a very long video, or mysterious for that matter, but I wanted something to make while I was getting comfortable with After Effects and Premiere. As always, if you have any theories, criticisms, or suggestions, please leave them down below. And make sure to subscribe and watch my other videos. I promise you won't regret it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all later.